Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton, and we're going to talk about the 4th anniversary tournament. This is going to be our rookie qualifying round. So I hope everybody had a great weekend. I'm super excited to start another tournament. I just want to say thank you to everybody who subscribes to the channel and for the people who are members. That 9-hole cup, there was a lot of comments that people won their first gold banner, with these walkthroughs, and that gets me really excited. It keeps me pumped up to continue to produce the videos. So great job, everybody. I really love reading through the comments to see people's success, so that's awesome. Now let's talk about this one real quick. This is a tough course. This course has always been tough. You can see here a -13 has me tied for number 1 in qualifying. And it looks like that's going to be pretty much the score, with a lot of -11s and -12s. Now you'll see that even though I only got 1 drop, I picked up 3 chests out of the 9 holes. So, that just means that people are really struggling when it comes to this course. But have no fear, I've got enough replays in here to get you through to the next round. And I left a couple shots right at the pin, which are going to be very easy for you to make the small tweaks and get these drops. I'm going to go into the replays, but first, please become a subscriber if you're not already one. We're close to 2,500 subscribers. Let's get there before the next round. Help me out. And if you find this video helpful, please take just a second there to hit the thumbs up button. That's really important as well. All right, so we're going to talk about hole number 1. Hole number 1 is played 10% elevation. Now, the one thing before I go into this is this course here is going to require a lot of different changes in your bag, and I'm going to talk through what you need to do depending on your club level, okay, and your skill set. This hole here, I'm going to show you 2 different ways to play it. I'm going to show you the regular way, and I'm going to show you an aggressive way. Now, you need to make sure that on your short iron, you pack either the Hornet or the Runner. Okay, you need the top spin for the rough bump on shot number 2. So keep that in mind and do your best to listen to as much of the video as possible because I will talk about quite a few different clubs today. Okay, 10%. We're playing this very safe. I'm going to play this 10% at max, but I'm going to hop over the little stream here from fairway to fairway. Yes, we could easily clear it, but there's no reason to do that. We don't need the distance on the drive when we're going this way. We just want to make sure we take a very safe, easy shot, and we just get the ball right down here on the fairway because this is going to line us up for shot number 2. Shot number 2, we're going to be playing a rough bump, and this is why I say that you need to bring your Hornet or your Runner. Now, if you have a high-level Thorn, you can take this shot with your Thorn, but for most people in rookie, you may not have a high-level Thorn. So you're going to see here, we're going to apply topspin. And on this hole, we always want our ball guideline going through the hole. Notice here my orange ring is at the top of the rough. Because of the tailwind, I'm playing a little bit more into the rough than I normally would, just to make sure that I clip the rough, okay? Unfortunately for me, I hit a great shot to the left. But as you can see here, the speed is really good. And if we hit a perfect ball, we're probably in the hole here for the eagle. We could take a little bit of topspin off that, but either way, that's a really good shot to play for hole number 1. Now, hole number 1, again, I will show you an aggressive way. This here, you can take a Berserker in tailwind. And yes, you could do this with the Kingmaker. Yes, you could do this with a Titan. Yes, you could do this with the Katana. The reason that I chose a Berserker is so that I don't have to use a ton of overpower, and it's only wind resistance 1. So therefore, I can get more tailwind if I use this ball rather than using like a Kingmaker, which would really reduce the wind. As you can see here, I made my adjustment. I pushed back up to max. I did not use a lot of overpower. So the thing that we need to do here to change this shot is, 1, not a whole lot, because what I was looking to do was hit the fairway here, right? I was looking to bounce here, and the way I had the shot lined up, I wanted to hit that fairway, okay? If I hit this fairway, then obviously I propel onto the green. But look at this. We just barely miss it, so we roll into the rough and get stuck. So what I would like you to do is use, if you're playing that exact same shot, okay, if I would have used no overpower and half a ball of curl to the left, so no overpower would have made my drive not go as far. So I would have hit the second fairway and bounced onto the green. Or you could use, maybe half a ball of overpower, half a ball of curl to the left, and get yourself power down there, because if I would have used more overpower and missed the second fairway, then I would have rolled through the rough. So I hope that makes sense, but there's two ways to play hole number one. I will also show you two ways to play hole number two. This way is the best way, I think, to dial in, this way right here is going to be a safer approach. This is going to be played 20% at max. The only thing that I would do differently here is I would use a navigator ball. Keep in mind, this is not my shot. This is my opponent's shot. I would never use a quasar in direct headwind. What we want to do here is use a navigator for the wind resistance. Now you can see that he is lining this thing up dead center with the ball guideline barely through the pin. We need to put a little bit more ball guideline through the pin. But again, he's pulling this 20%. He did pull it at max distance of the club. Now he hit a great ball, so he's going to miss. But I want you to see here, that's a pretty close, pretty safe shot. The way that I'm playing this is the best way, in my opinion, to try to get a hole in one. I'm playing this with the katana, so I can go max side spin to the left. And then I'm playing it 20% at mid. Now here I'm just trying to wiggle my club around until I get that ball guideline dead center going through the pin. I do believe 3 bars of left side spin with 2.5 bars of top spin is the way to play this shot. As you can see, I finally find that spot to get the ball guideline through the pin and dead center. Now again, this is pulled 20% at mid distance of my club. Perfect ball. You can see here we're pretty close. So maybe we could reduce the side spin to 2.5 left, or we could try to offset that shot to the right. What I would do is I would reduce the side spin to 2.5 left, 2.5 top, and try to aim in the exact same spot and see what happens for you. All right, hole number 3 is difficult. We're going to use a Titan ball. Now, you need to bring a wood club that is going to be either the big dog or the horizon. The horizon would be a more aggressive way to try to play this hole, in my opinion. I would just go with a big dog and just land this ball onto the green. Now, we will talk about the drive here real quick. So, I want you to notice on the drive here, I'm applying my top spin and my left spin until my second bounce is fully on the fairway up there, leaving myself plenty of room for not clipping the fairway. I also want you to take a look at my target. I am leaving myself plenty of room to the left-hand side of the fairway. So I have my full yellow ring on the fairway with a little bit of my orange ring on the fairway as well. I am doing this just in case I hit a great shot to the left, because if you get stuck in the rough on this hole, you are pretty much dead in the water from getting your eagle. You'll have to make a distance shot to try to save it. I did hit a great ball to the left, and as you can see, it's a very good thing that I left myself some room there. That's a good little golf class tip, whether you're playing tournaments or whether you're playing one-on-one tour play. Always leave yourself wiggle room in case you hit a great shot. Hole 3, 10% elevation, playing this one at max distance with my big dog. Like I said, I'm just trying to make sure that I land on the green here. I am not trying to pick this up for an albatross. I'm using a bar of top spin with side spin to the left. All right, I'm not even using left curl because I don't want to accidentally clip this rough over here and get stuck. Again, if I just play it this way, I'm going to be perfectly fine and content to pick up an eagle on hole number 3, because this is one that we will see quite a few opponents pick up a birdie on. All right, hole number 4, I think, is one of our best chances for a hole-in-one. I'm playing this one 20% at mid, and I'm playing it with a navigator ball. I'm playing this shot 5 bars of backspin with 1 full bar of side spin to the left, which is going to be max side spin to the left with the navigator. Now here, I want you to notice, this green does 2 things. One, it slopes from left to right. So if I were to aim directly at the center of the hole and I hit a perfect ball, my ball is probably going to roll to the right-hand side. Second tip, if you don't use enough backspin, this hole also aggressively slopes downhill. You could roll into the rough. So that's why I'm using 5 bars of backspin with 1 bar of side spin to the left. Now, look at my aim point here. I got the end of my ball guide line just at the beginning of that dark green square, which is about 2 green squares short of the hole. So you see the hole is in the light green square, so that's 1 square, and then below that is a dark green square. That's where my ball guide line is aiming, almost at the corner of that dark green square, but not quite the corner. Now, like I said here, this is 20% pull at mid distance of the club. We get the perfect ball. And you see we get super close to dropping that ball into the hole. So we need to reduce this to probably 4.8 bars of backspin. So take just a little bit of backspin off, find that same landing spot, and as you can see, you're going to be very close to picking up a hole-in-one here. It's going to bring us on to hole number 5. Hole number 5, I'm disappointed because I really thought that I would pick up the eagle on this hole. Using a katana ball, as you can see, top spin, side spin to the right. For here, I'm using this 10% elevation at mid distance of my driver. And you can see I went with max curl to the right with my extra mile. This is a pretty easy, straightforward drive. Again, that was 10% at mid distance of the club of my extra mile. Okay, that's going to leave us for shot number 2. Shot number 2, we're getting headwind. Now, the thing about this one is I'm going to play it with pretty good backspin, even in the headwind, just because I want to get my target as close to the hole as possible. There's a lot of unstable green to work with here, meaning the green is very bumpy. And the more I can reduce my ball rolling on the green, the better. So I did go with 3 bars of backspin, but as you can see, I made sure I left my ball guide line through the hole. That is so important when you use a thorn and you use backspin. The shot was pulled at 10%. I believe I pulled it at minimum distance of my club. It's very important you check your own distance of your club. Just because I play something at minimum does not mean 100% of the time you will as well. But you can see here I screwed this one up with a great shot to the right. Clearly with a perfect ball. That ball's in the hole with perfect speed. So I hope that you hit perfect so you can pick up another drop there. So I think we're doing all right. I think you can drop, hole number 4 and 5. This one, everybody, is going to be the super tricky hole. This is one that we're going to see opponents really mess up on too, and we easily could as well. So we need to bring a big dog for shot number 2. But the thing about the drive is when you use overpower, you can hit this part of the second fairway that rolls you into the rough. So you're going to have to be really careful with this shot. I'll show you mine. I was able to execute the drive on both of my accounts and pick up the eagle. But you can see here, I'm pushing back up to max after my 10%. And I'm using half a ball of overpower. Now, when I say half a ball of overpower, what I mean is, do you see that bottom target there where the yellow target zone is? I have half my ball through that yellow target and half the yellow target showing. Great shot to the right means I'm going to lose distance on the drive. And it's actually a good thing that I did. Because you will see here that this ball is going to roll on me pretty good. And it's going to stop just short of the rough. A perfect ball, my ball would have gone further and it would have been in the rough. So I did get lucky there. Now my other account was a perfect ball with less overpower and it was completely fine. This is going to be shot number 2. Now, shot number 2, you can see I'm playing 10% at max distance of the club. And you can see how far away my opponent is from the green by his little icon there. I'm going with a little bit of overpower with almost max curl to the right. There's a lot of fairway to work with here, so the great ball is irrelevant. But you can see here we get good, we get close enough to the green and to the hole with the great ball to the left that that's an easy shot to make. Now here's what that shot looks like. I play at no elevation. For me, I just use a standard offset here. I know with the wind blowing that way, I just aim on the edge of the cup. As long as I hit perfect, this ball is going into the hole. This is a pretty easy, straightforward shot when you play the top spin shots. Now, that's one account. My other account here, I did not get as far up the fairway, which left me with a kind of a strange shot for shot number 3. So I decided to go ahead and play it full top spin again at mid-distance of my club. And we got that one in there for the eagle as well. So in case you don't get enough distance on the second shot, there's 2 different looks at it. This is going to bring us into whatever this one is, hole number 7. Now, the thing I like about hole number 7 is I think this is a really good opportunity for another hole-in-one. I'm very confident people watching this, as long as you hit perfect, you're going to shoot a much better round than I did and be at the top of your standing. So the shot you are going to see right here is played 10%. Okay, let's walk through this hole real quick, because this one's important, and I think you guys can get the drop. So 4.3 miles an hour. This one's played 10% at mid. So you're going to see me pull this 4.2 rings. Notice my spin here, 1 bar of back spin, that's it. I've got my yellow ring almost at the top of the rough line there. Ball guide line going through the pin. So even with 1 bar of back spin, look how far the ball guide line is through the pin, aiming at the center of the cup. There's my 4.2 rings right there. Perfect ball. And this is another one so stinking close. So the reason I put in the graphic that I want you to play it at 5%, because look, if I would have played it at 5% at mid, I would have only pulled 4 rings instead of 4.2, and that would have been the difference maker for a hole-in-one. So 5% at mid is my suggestion. That brings us into hole number 8. Hole number 8 is a weird hole. I only used a kingmaker here just to reduce the wind on the second shot, since I knew I was going to have to go for a rough bump. You do not have to use a kingmaker. I want everybody to know you could play this hole with a marlin if you wanted to. But since I have plenty of kingmakers, I just wanted to see if I could pick up a drop here. But I'm playing this one 10% elevation on the drive. The drive is pretty easy and pretty straightforward. It's shot number 2 that can be a little bit weird. So shot number 2 here, I just decided to play it 1 for 1 with the wind, meaning 2.5 miles an hour. I'm going to pull this 2.5 rings. You can notice the spin here, 3 back, 1 bar to the right. Going for a rough bump, that's really the only way to play this hole, okay? I'm aiming dead center. Now the thing here is I get lucky. I hit a great ball to the left, and the shot goes in the hole. So sometimes you just have to get lucky and see what happens. So that's how I'm playing hole number 8 right now. We'll have to reevaluate this one deeper into the tournament, but there's an easy way to play it and safe. Ooh. We need the drive for hole number 9, don't we? Photos, library. Okay. All right. Hole number 9, here's the drive. I'm playing this one 10% elevation with a quarterback and a kingmaker. This is also a situation to where if you have lesser clubs, you're going to have to bring a big dog, but more preferably you need to bring a horizon for the top spin. But for me, I have a good sniper, so I decided to play with the sniper. But anybody else, you want to use a horizon. Full top spin, full side spin to the left. We're doing a quarterback rough bump, which is very safe. Don't let that intimidate you. This is going to be an easy drive. We're going to go with half a ball to curl to the left. So you can see here, perfect ball is going to do exactly what we want. We clip the rough and we roll out. So don't be worried about that shot. Now that'll bring us into shot number 2, which I'm playing 20% at max. And as you can see here with my sniper, I'm still having to play from fairway down to the green. But what I'm looking to do is apply some topspin and side spin until I catch this little funnel. So you can see it right here. It goes in and out as I move my ball guide line, in and out, in and out. I want to get my ball through the pin more because of the slight headwind. But once you find that funnel there, you just want to give up and take your shot, okay? It's another great ball. I think this happens to me a lot because I get up at 4:30 in the morning and I start to work on the content. So it's just like I'm out of sync. But as you can see here, the ball comes in really nice and smooth. Great ball means we lost distance. Yeah, we probably need a little bit more top spin in the future, but I think that gives you a good way to play. Anyways, there is your qualifying round. Like I said, this is plenty of material to get you through to the next round. So best of luck, everybody. Hit the thumbs up, leave me some comments, and let me know how you do. Thank you for watching.